Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video will be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again, coming to you with another unboxing and review of a watch that is not mine. This is another Borealis watch that was loaned in to me by my friend Kevin over at the Wrong Time Watch channel. Very kind of him to loan me another Borealis watch for review. This watch is very similar to a review I did recently of a red Borealis Sintra Sunray. This is a brother to that watch, but this is the Borealis Sintra Sunray in light blue. And I like this one a little better. But, basically, I like it better because it's blue. I'm a big fan of blue. And I actually like light blue watches. Same Borealis leather style watch box / travel case held closed by this little bungee cord kind of thing. And inside we have the light blue Sunray with a beautiful, again, textured light blue dial with a sunburst effect that you can see. It is a simple three-hand dress style sporty watch. I say it's a sporty watch because of a few things on the watch, such as the screw-in crown, which you generally don't see on a dress watch, and also the water resistance is rather high for a dress watch, which makes me think that Borealis had the idea that the Sintra line was going to be both a dress style and a sporty style watch. Now, like the red one, these are at the end of March 2022, snapshot in time. These are in pre-sale mode. I'm going to leave a link to Borealis's website down below so that you can check out the status of the watch and the other Sintra colorways that are available to you. But that means that this watch, like the red one I had, is also a prototype. Now, the only difference I'm told between the prototype and the production watch is this end link. This end link on here, as you can see, is a male end link, and that does tend to spread out the width of the watch on wrist. The production watches will have a female end link, which will tuck this bracelet up a little more to the watch head and make this watch a little bit more wearable by folks with smaller wrists. It will be more true to the tip-to-tip style measurement. You have a signed crown, as you can see. There's a screw-down crown. We'll get to that in a minute. You have this beautiful, we'll call it the J-style bracelet. I can't say the actual word because if you do that, Rolex gets all hot into the bother. So you know what the J stands for with their bracelets. If you don't, you can look that up easily enough. But it is a J-style bracelet. Oh, there's still plastic on there. Oh, how about that? We'll just get rid of that. Get it out of here. Yeah. Get out of here. There you go. Signed clasp, milled, as you can see, very high quality piece. It is a double lock. You push to click, close, and then lock it with the fold over. No push buttons, but it is a pretty secure clasp on its own. You're not going to pop that open too easily. I have worn this watch for a couple of days, and it wore very nicely, and the clasp never failed on me one time. Screw down crown, as you can see, it does disengage with an audible and tactile feeling pop. Two positions, of course. The first position, the first position is your date set position. Second position sets the time, hacks the movement. Push it in. It's in winding mode, and you just push it in, and it engages the threads and closes down, and you get your full water resistance back. Drilled lugs, which makes removing the bracelet pretty easy to do. Getting it on, you still have your standard little holes there for the fork side of your strap tool. And you have 4 micro adjustments on the watch clasp. Give you a little wrist shot, a little try on. You can see on the overhead, this watch fits my 7 1/4 inch wrist very nicely. On the down the barrel shot, you can see that the lugs hit on my wrist in just the right place. It wears very comfortably. It'll wear even better for smaller wrists when they change over to the female style end link. For those of us with the bigger wrists, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But should be fairly comfortable in the production for wrists down to, I'd say, probably 6.5, 6 3/4, somewhere in there. It's a good size watch, not overly big on the case diameter, but the lug to lug is good size. It's not a petite watch. It does wear a little bit bigger across the wrist than the case diameter would suggest. You have very nice engraving or etching or whatever you want to call it of the Borealis mermaid on the polished case back. It's a bit of a smudge magnet, but then again, the only thing that's going to see that mermaid is the top of your wrist. So that's okay. Now, as I said, I've reviewed a lot of Borealis watches over time. They are a good micro brand. They are doing it right, in my opinion. They build a good quality watch. I have never had any complaint with any Borealis that I've had in terms of the quality of the build. And this is no exception. Everything you see is 3/16L stainless steel. The case, the bracelet, the clasp, everything is stainless steel on this Sintra light blue Sunray. I have my sheet of facts here, so we'll just go over those real quick. In addition to everything being 3/16L stainless, inside the case you have the Miyota 9015 movement with the date complication. It is hand windable. It does hack. It's a solid Japanese movement. Lots of micro brands use them. Even the quote-unquote big boys in the micro brand world use them. So you should have no problems with this watch in terms of reliability, keeping decent time, and serviceability should it need it. You have a double dome sapphire crystal. It is a box style double dome sapphire crystal. It is a big, tall crystal. Very proud of itself, standing up there like that. Drilled lugs, as I showed you, and I went over the end-link thing with you. The production watches will get a female style end-link, not a male style end-link, so that should tighten the watch up across the wrist a good bit. It is a 41.5 millimeter diameter case. It is 47 millimeter on the lug to lug. It is 13 millimeters thick. All these measurements, by the way, were taken from the Borealis website. 20-meter lug width. The bracelet does have a slight taper to it. Looks like it goes down to about 18 millimeter. And it is a 200-meter water-resistant watch. So while it looks like a slightly large but still nicely proportioned and nicely styled dress watch, it does have the ability to, go out there in the world and not be, eggshell delicate. You could take this swimming. You could take it even diving if you want to. Snorkel with it. Do whatever you want with it as long as that crown is screwed down. You get your 200-meter water resistance, and that's pretty good water resistance for a watch that looks, for all intent and purposes, like a dress watch. And I'm not really sure if Borealis is marketing this thing as a dress watch or a sports watch or a combination of both. But for me, they hit all the marks. I mean, it is certainly wearable under a long sleeve. It's not going to fit under a formal cuff, but it will fit under a long sleeve shirt or a sweater or a jacket. It does have the water resistance to be worn in a sport type environment. 9015 movement has got great shock tolerance, so I don't see why this watch can't do double duty. But it's your watch. You do with it what you want. But for me, I think it's a great all-arounder. It's certainly a very good grab-and-go style watch. The movement's keeping good time, so all you have to do is make sure you keep it wound. And hey, that's what they make winders for. I know that's a controversial subject, so I don't want to get started on that. But I use winders all the time. I have no problems. But that's me. But I think it's definitely a watch worth recommending, and I do, like the red one I reviewed earlier, I do recommend you take a look at this watch, and it's at a very reasonable price point. I think right around $300 or so. Definitely worth taking a look at. So go to their website, take a look, see what you think. Meanwhile, I'm going to wrap the video on that happy note. If you enjoyed the video, you found it to be entertaining, informative, and useful, please click that thumbs up for me. That does help with the YouTube search algorithms, so the more thumbs up it gets, the better the search algorithms will like my channel. So please help me out in that regard. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to troll me or you're going to leave links in my comment section that take people to bad places on the internet, I'm simply going to delete that comment and I'm going to block the commenter. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I'm glad your search for this style of watch or this brand of watch has brought you to me. I have hundreds of videos for you to watch if you want to take the time and do so. Great entertainment value, I think. All I ask in return is that you please click that subscribe button. Help me grow this channel even more. I have goals in mind that I'd like to meet, and more subscribers help me get to that goal. If you do click the, or when you do click the subscribe button, please also click the bell icon, so that when I upload new material to my channel, you will be alerted. And when I do live streams, which I try to do every Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and at other times during the week when I can't, you will be alerted to the start of those streams, and you can come over and join. Meanwhile, as I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazy old world out there, and trust me, it doesn't look like it's going to get any less crazy in the near future. So I ask everyone to please stay safe, be careful, be healthy. I'll see you soon.